This is Daybreak, Ladder Edition, spawning up in the top right-hand corner, known as the Revolutionist, the orange Protoss. It is Bisu, known as Kim Taek-young.
His opponent from CJ Stars, spawning as a blue Protoss on the left bottom side. His name is sOs, also known as Kim Yoo-jin.
Alright, so it looks like the players are actually chatting this time around. The last game, no chatting whatsoever.
But sOs seems like he's taking it a little bit more seriously because now he's saying he's nervous. This feels more like Pro League match. And Bisu saying, oh, me too. I'm in the same position right now.
Well, they are in the finals now, so, I mean, I can understand them being a little bit more nervous this time around. Being like, it's a Pro League match, I guess I better take this seriously. It is the finals, you know?
It seems like there's those slight error, but sOs also saying, you know, my heart's beating really fast right now. And Bisu saying, well, just go easy on me, please, for today.
Bisu wanting to rake in a few more wins there, but, I mean, looks like sOs's heart was beaten. His heart was beaten. His hands were shaking. His hands were shaking.
And that's why the computer stopped working.
And yeah, and that's exactly why the computer stopped working.
Now, Bisu did say in the interview yesterday that his goal for the upcoming Heart of the Swarm second half of Pro League is just to get 10 wins. Because he is saying, you know, I never, throughout all these leagues, even back in Brood War, I never set my goal that high. I just wanted to get some wins, and if I met my goal, then I'm just able to stack up more wins after that.
So, you know, starting off easy, he's like, all right, you know, let me just get a few wins, and then we'll go from there.
Yes, and he's also expecting to perform well in the individual leagues. I mean, he wants to perform really well, and the previous 2 Code A qualifiers that we saw, Bisu actually made it to the finals of the group.
Yes, he did. He got really far, and unfortunately, in the most recent one, he did lose to the SK Telecom practice partner. I believe his name is Dark.
AKA the guy who only does 1-1-1.
Yes, yeah, that is him. So, I mean, from a Protoss perspective, of course, a little bit of anger directed towards that build. It was very hard to deal with that for a long time, but thankfully it's fallen out of style. In Heart of the Swarm, we have the Mothership Core, which generally gives Protoss enough time to deal with that kind of attack.
Yes, and seems like in the Heart of the Swarm, that's what Bisu is banking on. He was stating something about how he lost so much in the early game because he didn't know how to defend against some of the early pushes that some of the players were doing. And Bisu says Mothership Core is a great addition because now he could defend against some of the early pushes with the, put down the cannon, put down the time warp, and just warp in few units, you are good to go.
Yeah, really, it does give Protoss essentially a safety net that they certainly did not have before. So, I stole that quote from Nannywell, by the way. He said that.
Well, I'm just going to steal a quote from some of the Korean casters. They think Mothership Core is too strong.
A lot of players are saying that, especially Terran players. So, it may be pretty good. We'll have to see, though. Nerfing it too much could just simply make it too weak against certain time attacks, but that's only speculation. Blizzard, they are the ultimate balance gods. In the end, David Kim, Dustin Browder, they take the information and then decide what will actually happen. And from the looks of things, they're really taking a backseat and trying the weight and see if the metagame can help balance out things on the maps and stuff. But the players are ready, so we're going to go back into the match between these two players. Alright, we are back. It looks like the players have restarted, so spawning in the bottom left-hand position, the player known as the Revolutionist, Kim Taek-young, Bisu.
His opponent on the right top side as the blue Protoss, his name is Kim Yoo-jin, also known as sOs, formerly known as Shy.
Yes. I didn't know he was shy before he turned the sOs. He seems like a shy person, but also a pretty kind person.
He is, definitely. Actually, I have to say, Wounded Stars players, they're really friendly when I talk to them last time around.
Well, from what I've seen, when they always joke around with each other and stuff, they seem like the most happy-go-lucky group of people.
And both players still talking about how nervous they are. And what is Bisu's response going to be? Bisu saying, well, I know you're just faking it right now.
Well, Shy is, he has a little smirk there right now.
So for today, today must be a special day. I don't know why he said that. Let's see if he actually has something to add. Or maybe he's just saying, you know, maybe today's so special that I just feel too nervous during the match.
Well, today is a special day, actually, because it's Liquid Zinnia's birthday. I remember reading about that.
Is it?
Yeah. So, happy birthday to Liquid Zinnia.
Beast is saying, what day? What kind of day is it? Well, it's Zinnia's birthday.
There you go. All right, well, we do have the double gas being taken from sOs here at 16 supply each. Both players also, their gateways are about to complete. Bisu already has his one assimilator up.
The day I met the tech god. Basically, Tekshin, which refers to Bisu in god mode. Now, how do you feel about the double gas play in PvP in Heart of the Swarm?
Personally, I love it. I think it's a great build, but it's going to allow players to get a lot of gas, and we're going to see a proxy Stargate from sOs here. That's what it's looking like. So Bisu will be prepared. He is going for the 3-gate Stalker build, which will give him a lot of units here and allow him to be aggressive in the earlier stages. So sOs, he almost has enough gas and minerals, and once that finishes up along with that core, he'll be able to put down that Stargate. There it is. Proxy Stargate. He's going to probably make a very fast Oracle and try to do some damage to Bisu and catch him off guard.
So now this is going to show how Bisu just show the amount of practice that he did, because if he looks in the main base and sees that the other pylon is missing, he knows that something has been proxied around the map. Does he catch that? That is the biggest question.
That is indeed the biggest question. If Bisu can spot this proxy, that's going to put him in an excellent position. He will. He's scouting around the map. I think his probe is heading towards that proxy location. That's a very popular location, the proxy, as well.
And his path is on the way, right on the spot.
He's going to see. He's going to know exactly what sOs is building here. He's going to see the Oracle in production and be able to react perfectly.
There we go. Even attacking the pylon, saying, "Hello, I'm over here." Both players reacting, "Hoi," which means like, "Oh." And Bisu asking, "What are you going to do with the Stargate?" Well, Bisu needs to make sure that he doesn't move out with the Stalkers. He needs to make sure that he can defend against what sOs is going to make.
Well, the thing is, what he could do is, you know, maybe send a unit or two to his opponent's base like this. Bisu sending the Mothership Core over to do some harassment. At the same time, sOs trying to move into Bisu's base, but Bisu, he already has 2 Stalkers there, and no damage will be done to Bisu's economy.
Yeah, and Bisu's actually dealing a lot more damage than his opponent. Now the Mothership Core will get away before the Stalker can take it down. Behind this, sOs is getting a Twilight Council while Bisu is following up with additional Gateway and Stargate.
It looks like we could see Bisu go for a 1-base timing potentially. He could get 2 Gateways and the Stargate and go for a powerful attack. It seems like a little bit of harassment going on here. The Stargate will be scouted from sOs. So the Phoenix, once that completes, it'll be able to pretty much fend away the Oracle permanently.
Yeah, it's interesting that sOs is going for Blink. What do you think about that at this position?
Well, I mean, his Stargate strategy was perfectly scouted, so he is kind of behind. It looks like sOs wants to try to stay on 1 base for a while here. Otherwise, he wouldn't go for the Blink. He would most likely go for the Robo and try to take an expansion. But Bisu, I think that his strategy is to attack with the Phoenix and some ground units, and using them, he wants to try to hit sOs with a powerful timing because of how much investment went into the Stargate play that didn't really work out for sOs.
Yeah, so now Bisu is slowly moving out of the map. He even has a forward pylon. He's scouting around the main base and the 3rd area just to make sure that there isn't any proxy pylon or anything else that could catch Bisu off guard. Now, sOs's Blink is pretty much 75% done. Once Bisu starts attacking, I think the Blink is going to be finished. The problem is, will SOS have enough units to defend against Bisu's army.
Looks like both players are gearing up for an attack here. So the real question is, who is going to be in the better defensive position for the attack here? SOS moving in, he's going to be able to easily take out this pylon and use that Oracle to help spot. And Blink, it's just about to complete here, and now Bisu, he's going to have to deal with this Blink.
Well, he does have the mothership at the main base, but look at this, 3 Stalkers and the 2 Zealots going inside the main base of SOS. And here's the difference. I don't know if SOS actually has a mothership core inside the main base.
SOS does not have a mothership core there, and look at this. The SOS moving in. Bisu lifting up 3 Stalkers at once here and reinforcing with more units. The Nexus Cannon also helping out. If Bisu can hold on for long enough, he will easily be able to take out SOS. And now SOS, he's just trying to buy time. He needs to wait for that Nexus Cannon to finish, and this could turn into a really nasty base trade race.
Well, SOS needs to end the game right now. He doesn't have any probes inside the main base, and now SOS is going to go for it. He does have tons of Stalkers, and the Nexus Cannon does finish, but is there a second charge? Yes, there is, and that's going to give Bisu a lot more time to defend against the Stalkers, and the time is ticking for SOS. He's only sitting on 75 minerals, and now will Bisu be able to fend off the attack?
It's still going to be really close here. It is 9 Stalkers to 6, 3 Phoenix and 2 Zealots, but most of Bisu's army is still in the main base for SOS, and now it looks like he's going in for another attack. The Nexus falls. Bisu, he should bring his units back, but there's not many Stalkers left for SOS, and I think Bisu has done it. The Stalker count for SOS is almost 0 now. Using the Phoenix to dance around, Bisu has done it, and he will take the second game for Take-Bang Lisong. GG!
Like I said, Bisu, he said he wanted some unit to defend against an early push in these matchups, and Mothership Core is the answer for Bisu.
That was a very risky move, sending in 2 Zealots and 3 Stalkers to SOS's main base during that main attack there, but he did manage to pull it off. A miraculous defense from the Revolutionist himself, so now the score is 2-0 in Take-Bang Lisong's favor. We will find out soon who each team is sending out, but now SOS, 0, 2 of the best players from CJ Stars have already been eliminated, and they can't play in the later later all-kill format.
Yes, and one thing that I want to point out about